Hi guys, my name is Madison and today I'm going to be lecturing you guys on the topic of automotive telematics. So before we dive right into all the specifics, I'm going to give a brief history and a brief summary of what automotive telematics really is. Alright, so what is automotive telematics exactly? So defined from our textbook, automotive telematics is the blending of computers and wireless telecommunications technologies. Basically what this means is that the technology is used inside of your vehicle to help keep you connected to the world around you while on the road. These technologies would include giving the driver the ability to stay informed on their location, movement, and current condition of their vehicle. Telematics is also the combination of wireless data networks, data communication, which provides you with your GPS system in your vehicle, inter-vehicle Wi-Fi connection, digital audio and video solutions. This can be ranging from playing movies in your car, listening to the radio, listening to any music, streaming it, and even Siri in today's world. So first off, before we jump into all the specifics of automotive telematics, I'm going to be telling you guys about the history and how it all started with the first automobile industry. So Ford Motor Company was one of the first automotive industries to begin using telematics inside of their vehicles. It all began with Henry Ford in 1908 when he built the Model T vehicle. This was the first car that was affordable, practical, and durable at the same time for people to get from one point to the next. His invention began as a simple mode of transportation, but then eventually it transformed from today into a complicated form of luxury and entertainment where we feel the need to be comforted while we are driving from one location to the next. So next I'm going to be talking to you guys about the different forms of telematics used to entertain and engage. One of the first car radios to be invented was invented by Paul and Joseph Galvin and William Lear, one of their partners, in 1930. This was the first automobile dashboard radio to ever be invented, and it was called the Motorola, retailing from about $130. AM and FM stations did not actually end up developing until 1953, with a very limited choice of music with only one audio channel being received through the radio. Telematics has expanded dramatically since the car radio, going from simply a handheld map to spreading to the use of GPS and navigation systems. The first GPS was originally intended for satellite-based technology for the military. It was not until later in the 2000s that it was opened to the public for use in vehicles. In order for the GPS to actually work, where we can track and locate, Einstein's theories of relativity have to come into play. The GPS system locates where you are on Earth by looking at a timestamp from multiple satellites. That will eventually determine exactly where you are. However, because of the clocks and the satellites being offbeat with time here on Earth, it was difficult to remain accurate. Eventually, after using Einstein's theory to make this right, the GPS was given to us in the form of a 2D road map on a portable screen attached to the vehicle that displayed a few road marks and very little feedback. The use of GPS has given us the ability to track and locate while providing insight on current traffic conditions to make our drive as seamless as possible. The first of its kind was the General Motors OnStar system, which provides immediate access to dealer service contact, notifying the driver of collisions on the road, off-road assistance, tracking, hands-free calling, emergency services, and numerous other functions. Since then, every auto manufacturing company has installed a program similar to this in each vehicle. GPS systems used to be simply providing one destination with no other information available. However, today, GPS has evolved into a system that provides a safer, more efficient way for you to travel. I'm going to be discussing with you the safety features, advanced driver assistance systems, and vehicle connectivity. Nowadays, newly advanced driver systems include highly intelligent safety features that equip you with the ability to be constantly aware of your surroundings and blind spots through the use of cameras and signals. In 2014, the National Highway Transportation Association set a regulation for a 2018 deadline for camera backup equipment for rear-view safety. The Nissan Infiniti Q45 was the first model vehicle to include a backup camera. What do I mean by connected vehicles? Well, these types of vehicles include satellite and cellular connection networks. You then have the option to pair your smartphone to a USB port or Bluetooth where you can access your phone features from the vehicle itself. OnStar's most prominent feature is an automatic crash notification, or ACN. This feature is highly useful and important when in a collision, because upon contact with another vehicle, your car sensors will pick up the contact and immediately put you in contact with a representative, where they will call 911 and can engage with the passengers until help arrives. OnStar is also helpful in providing monthly reports of your vehicle status so that you are constantly aware of what needs to be addressed. Now on to driverless and smart cars. Beginning in January 2014, the Consumer Electronics Show displayed a very advanced and exciting way to utilize technology inside a vehicle with the introduction of the driverless car. Although the driverless vehicle has not been released, the Google car is the most relevant to this idea. According to the Google research team, driverless cars could potentially reduce on-road fatalities and accidents by up to 90%. So how do self-driving cars work? Well, AI technologies power self-driving car systems. So vast amounts of research and data come from image recognition systems along with machine learning and neural networks. The neural networks identify patterns in the data which are fed to this machine learning algorithms. That data includes images from cameras on self-driving cars, from which the neural network learns to identify as traffic lights, trees, curbs, pedestrians, street signs, and any other parts of any given driving environment. An example of this AI technology is Google's self-driving car project called Waymo. Waymo uses a mixture of sensors, light detection and ranging, and cameras, and combines all of the data where those systems generate to identify everything around the vehicle and can predict what those objects might do next. This would also happen in a very, very short amount of time. The system would eventually learn more as it drives, so maturity is expected with these types of systems. So how does Google Waymo vehicles work? Well, the driver or passenger would set a destination in the vehicle, and then it would calculate a route similar to a GPS system. A rotating roof-mounted LiDAR sensor would monitor a 60-meter range around the car and create a 3D map of the car's current environment. A sensor on the left rear wheel would monitor sideways movement to detect the car's position relative to the 3D map. Radar systems in the front and rear bumpers calculate distances to obstacles. AI software in the car is connected to all the sensors and collects input from Google Street View and video cameras inside the car. The AI would simulate human perceptual and decision-making processes and control actions in driver control systems, such as steering and brakes. The car software would then consult with Google Maps for advance notice of things like landmarks and traffic signs. Next, we will be talking about the use of technology that assists you in the entertainment department of connecting you to your social media, mobile device, and music while in your vehicle. Some of these terms include cloud computing. Cloud computing is basically a large network where all of your online information is stored. This is used to make your driving experience as seamless as possible. Direct streaming is another type of telematic infotainment, which uses services such as Sky On Demand and Netflix that gives passengers access to stream movies in their car. Voice recognition is another way telematics is used to entertain. With the constant need for access to your mobile device, you can now use your phone hands-free by giving your vehicle commands to text, call, play music, and more to avoid distraction on the road. As our requirement of a more personal experience, unique to our own individual needs, is growing rapidly, automotive telematics is evolving more and more. It is expected that about 104 million vehicles will contain some form of connectivity, with integrated telematics reaching 88% of all vehicles by 2025. Something interesting that Ford Motor Company is doing is attempting to bring their smart cars to China. By testing this new idea in a location that is technologically thriving and where the automobile marketplace is already strong, they are definitely handing themselves the advantage. One of Ford's unique features is the My Ford Mobile. The My Ford Mobile carries the same health tracking capabilities as the Apple Watch, but for you while you're in your vehicle, which will pair with your devices. This is useful in tracking how tired the driver is, heart rate, and many other areas that will help keep you safe. Alright, and last but not least, we have our discussion questions. So, some things I would like to ask you guys is, what kind of advanced technology would you like to see in future vehicles? And why would it prove to be most beneficial to you on the road? Another question I'd like to ask you is, what is your perspective on the driverless vehicle? Do you feel it is necessary for safety preventions or other reasons, or will it bring more risk to the roads? Alright guys, so we have come to the conclusion of our lecture on automotive telematics. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to this and really got a lot out of it as much as I did. I hope you guys enjoy answering these questions, have some fun with it, and give me some good feedback, and hopefully I can learn from you guys. Thanks for listening.